Hi, my name is Sterling K. Brown, and one thing you may not know about me is that I like pretty socks. So check it out. Everything's black, but we got a pop of color right here. And on the sock, these are my lucky Emmy socks, 2 years running. Namaste.
So how does the second win compare to the first?
Man, both of them you're sort of in a haze as you're going through the whole thing. I can say that it doesn't get old. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh, this is old hat. Like, it feels brand new each time. I kind of think of it the way when women talk about having children and they say that each pregnancy is different, each delivery is different. Like, they're all special, but each one is its own thing. And I think the 19 years since another African American had won and been recognized in this category, like, that meant something to me. The fact that it was Andre Braugher, who went to Stanford University, who's married to a beautiful black woman who went to NYU grad school, right? And who won for a drama on NBC.
This is starting to sound familiar.
I was like, I followed the formula and I didn't even know it. It was pretty cool, so it feels special.
What did it mean to you to be able to thank the writers backstage?
I go sit in the writer's room. I listen to them hash out the details of Randall and Kevin and Kate and Jack and Rebecca, and they're so thoughtful. And they are so egoless in their pursuit of trying to craft the best story. We would be an improv troupe if we didn't have the writers. And I'm sure we'd be okay, but we wouldn't have gotten 7 acting nominations for our show. We owe them everything.
What can you tell us about what's in store for this season?
Oh boy, I've watched the first 3 episodes. Dan had a viewing party at his house and invited the producers, the writers, the directors, and the cast. And we were happy with what we saw. Now, he showed us incomplete footage, but what I saw, the relationships are there. The beautiful struggle of humanity is there. People just trying to make the best out of a crazy life, it's there. So folks who are fans, I don't think we're gonna lose anybody.
Season 1 ended on a couple of cliffhangers for Randall. Does it pick up with answering those questions?
It does. With regards to pursuing adoption, Beth and Randall pick up right there. On his 37th birthday, they're gonna go to an adoption agency and they're very excited, or at least Randall's very excited, and Beth, not quite so much. But they figure out together how exactly they're gonna move forward with this thing, so that's exciting. I can't say too much more about it. I want to, but I can't.
Was there a moment you knew? Was there a script that you read that said, this is something that could be award-worthy?
Thanksgiving was the first time where I said that, oh man, he finds out about the betrayal and not knowing about his father and that his mom knew who he was. And then we went to the cabin for the trip and I got a chance to act as Milo. And I'm like, oh, this is fun. And then Christmas, I got a chance to talk to Jimmy Simpson on the roof. I was like, well, this is fun too. And so the build up into our journey to Memphis with William, it felt like there was some heft behind it, you know? We each take turns supporting and leading on the show between Chrissy, Justin, myself, Mandy, and Milo. So when one person's up, the other people sort of recede to the back a little bit. And it felt like I had a nice little run towards the end that could possibly support this kind of opportunity.
You were competing in the category against Milo. How did the two of you work together with that?
All love, man. He's the best. Like, Milo's an absolutely wonderful human being, and we were both just happy to be in it, right? And we talked about it a while ago, in terms of how we would submit ourselves, and like, yo, man, I think I'm gonna try and go lead. He's like, I think I'm gonna try and go lead too, bro. Just let the chips fall where they may. And I was like, let's do it. Let's do it. So we were on the same page from the very beginning, and it's been nothing. He's been the epitome of grace and graciousness through this whole process. I love him.
How has this role changed your career? Other than the trophy behind you.
Right, is there oh, hey.
Look at that.
Hey there. When I was on Army Wives, when people would recognize me, they would say, "Hey, Roland, it's Roland." Oh my God. Now it feels like the transition is starting to be like, "Are you Sterling K. Brown? Oh my God." So that's cool. You like to hear your name when you're not in character. Do you know what I mean? And you understand when people relate to you just as the character, because I get it. I'm a fan, and the character is the thing that comes into your house. But when they know your name, I like that.
Speaking of your name, you mentioned that it was your father's and that you had changed it. So what did it mean for you to be in this role and then make that in your speech last night?
My dad was a special dude. We loved TV so much. I mean, Pops, I got to watch Hill Street Blues, and we'd be watching Barney Miller, and like the fact that I'm an actor, like I know he loved it. Like I know he's got a big fat smile on his face, because the first movie I ever watched with my dad on pay-per-view was Terminator. It scared the bejesus out of both of us. My dad was the kind of reactive guy, similar to me. Like, we didn't try to hide. We let our emotions kind of flow relatively easily. And so the fact that I had him as an example, I never was caught up with this idea that I have to be a strong, silent type. We're just like, if you feel something, just feel it. It's really special. And for this role in particular, with the death of William, sort of mirroring my life in that way, I get a chance to say goodbye, and he sees that, and he knows, but it's nice to honor him in any small way that I get a chance to. And now to be a father and to have two boys, like I know that makes him happy too.